This case makes me so sad. It is so disturbing. I think my jaw was on the floor because the details are unbelievable. Katie, aka Catherine Ann Boyder, had died from a stab wound to her neck. And it was just brutal, you guys. The blade of the knife was still inside her. Her mom, who goes by Patty, she knew who did it. That person was, of course, John. Really, as soon as they brought him in for questioning and had a little bit of time with this guy, could see the way that he was speaking, they realized that his demeanor was off. At first, he seemed a little upset by her murder, but pretty quickly his expression appeared more annoyed by the whole situation than anything else. But despite what is so obvious to everyone, there was no physical evidence to arrest him, so they had no choice but to let him go at that point. Investigators did bring him back about a week later. He was asked if he had anything to do with her murder. John denied having any involvement, and towards the end of the interview, they told him they had a warrant to search his car, and they actually read him the probable cause that led to these warrants.
The AFI is currently investigating the murder of Catherine Ann Blauvelt. The AFI and other investigators have conducted multiple interviews with friends, family, and acquaintances of the victim and her estranged husband, John Tufton Blauvelt. These interviews have yielded multiple statements in which the interviewees stated John Blauvelt has made comments about his desire to kill the victim and his plan to hide her body in the house located at 817. The AFI also has recorded statements from witnesses who say John Blauvelt had approached them and offered them monetary compensation for assisting him in murdering the victim and offering him an alibi by using his cell phone, debit cards, and vehicle in another city to make it appear as if he was not in the area at the time of the victim's death. The AFI has obtained recorded statements from witnesses that state the victim's vehicle was driven to the residence of John Blauvelt in South Carolina on 10/24/16 at 4:56 p.m. This is the day the victim disappeared and was last seen alive. The witnesses describe the driver as someone other than the victim and state that the driver was wearing a black jacket with a hood pulled over. The victim's vehicle was later located at Road in Greenville, South Carolina, in a strip shopping center. Video surveillance from the area shows the vehicle being dropped off on 10/24/2016 at approximately 6:15 p.m. The second vehicle pulls up with the victim's vehicle and it matches the description of John Blauvelt's 2007 gold Toyota Prius.
Who is that suspected second driver? The one who picked John up after the car was abandoned? It was Hannah Thompson. They theorized that Hannah hated Katie and that she would have gone along with John's plan to murder her so that she could have him all to herself. She was brought in for questioning as well, and like John, she denied any involvement. And because there was no evidence to hold her, she was allowed to leave, and both her and John were able to go about their normal lives until more concrete evidence was found and no one was held accountable for Katie's murder.